Hello, my friends, and welcome to another week of art. Let me share my screen so we can get started. Okay, let me present to you. Okay, this is for kindergarten through second grade, and this is for a week of February 11th through the 18th. Now, I can statements. This week, you're going to create a paper plate African necklace based on the art of African art. And I can create the necklace using shape, color, and pattern. What will we do today? We're going to review how we used color, shape, and pattern. There's going to be a reading of the book, The Princess and the Pea by Rachel Isadora. Review of art of Alma Thomas and compare that to African necklaces. There's going to be a demonstration of how to create the necklace using marker, crayon, color pencil, or whatever you have. And create your art and turn it in. Okay, quick review. What is shape? Well, it's one of the elements of art, which is an ingredient that makes up art. And we talked about shapes like triangles and rectangles and squares and circles and ovals and diamonds, and organic shapes, which are like leaves or fruit or clouds. We also have already talked about pattern. Pattern is one of the principles of design, and it kind of works together with the elements of art to create a beautiful work of art. Pattern can be repeating shapes, colors, lines, or symbols. Okay, let me see if I can get this up and playing. Oh, it's not going to want to do. Hold on a second. Okay, now.
Princess and the Pea, retold and illustrated by Rachel Isadora.
Oh, hold on just a second, guys. I am going to try to get this up a little bit louder so we can hear. Here we go. Princess and the Pea.
Once upon a time, there was a prince. The prince wanted to marry a real princess, so he traveled all over the world in hopes of finding such a lady. He met many princesses, but it was difficult to tell whether they were real ones. Iskawaran. Salam. Jambo Harabi. There was something about each princess that was not quite right. So the prince came home again, and he was sad. One evening, there was a terrible storm. Suddenly, a knocking was heard at the gate, and the old king went to open it. There was a princess standing by the gate. But good gracious, what a sight the rain and wind had made her look, and yet she said she was a real princess. Ah, we shall soon find out if she is real, said the queen. So she went into the bedroom, where she had laid a pea upon the bedstead. Then she took 20 mattresses and laid them on the pea, and then put 20 feather beds on top of the mattresses. On this, the princess had to lie all night. The next morning, the princess asked how she slept. Oh, very badly, said the princess. I scarcely closed my eyes all night. Heaven only knows what was in the bed, but I was lying on something hard so that I am black and blue all over. That's horrible, said the king. Now they knew she was a real princess because she had felt the pea right through the 20 mattresses and the 20 feather beds. But nobody but a real princess could be as sensitive as that. So the prince took the princess for his wife. The pea was put in a museum where it may still be seen if no one has stolen it. There, that is a true story.
Okay, I really like that story because of the beautiful artwork in it. And um, I guess the princess was a true princess because remember, the king and the queen, they put all those mattresses together, and who would be able to fill a tiny pea like you eat through 20 mattresses? I don't think I could. It would be hard to get up there too. But anyway, um, here are some images, some paintings from Elma Thomas. And I think last time I put these slides in there, but I was showing it to you because I think that she was inspired by the artwork from African art. And you saw in the illustrations the beautiful outfits that the people were wearing, the prince and the princess. And this kind of reminds me, the piece to the left, of the necklaces that you might see them wear. Let's see. Here to the right, you see the women from the village in Africa. They are wearing what looks like these collars, and they are decorated different ways. Some of them are in with beads. Some of them are just woven together, and they've got bright colors, almost like Alma's artwork. Kind of reminds me of like the beautiful job that you guys did with your rainbow drawings that we did last week when I read the book about or we had the book about the crayons saving the rainbow. Um, so keep some of that in mind while we are looking at this artwork. Now I'm going to show you a demonstration of how to create the necklace, okay? First of all, you may not have some of the materials, but just watch the video and see what you might be able to create that's similar to it, okay? All right, this here. Okay, to create this necklace, I started with a paper plate. and a paper plate that's thin. And this is the necklace I made. And this is one that you could actually wear because it is made out of a paper plate. You don't have to fasten it. You just kind of pull it around your neck. Now this one has string and it has a piece that's hanging down as well. And you can see I've got a pattern around here. I've got like colors, I've got shapes, and you could add different things. I used marker and crayon with mine. I used one marker, but older kids, you guys could use more than one color marker. And if you don't have marker, you can use crayon. That works too. But let me show you how I cut this out and put it together. Start with a paper plate, and you might need help cutting this out, but you're going to start as a guide. You cut a slit, and then you're going to use the circle that's on the inside as a guide to kind of trim out that circle. Okay. If you need help, younger kids, ask someone to help you. Okay. If you don't have scissors or anything like that, you can just decorate the rim of the plate, or you can draw using a circle to trace the shape out and decorate that shape, okay, using pattern. Okay, so I'm going to cut the inside circle out. And you notice how I'm taking it slow and I'm rotating. There we go. Now I've got a nice little slit there at the top, and that's where you slide it on to your neck. And I'm also cutting out like a shape that's going to end up at the bottom. I'm trimming it up a little bit. Almost looks like a smile. See? Now I have a hole punch. If you don't have a hole punch, don't worry about adding this part. But I'm putting 2 holes at the bottom and 2 holes at the bottom of my plate. And I'm going to go ahead and decorate this, and I'm just showing you a few steps. I could take a marker, and you notice I got a sheet of paper underneath in case the marker gets away from me and kind of slips off the plate. But I can divide up sections of my plate to decorate. Um, Here is another piece that I'm going to show you that I mainly used crayon, but you can glue down shapes, or you can glue down, if you've got glue, to glue down noodles or buttons. But what I used was I colored a separate sheet of paper and cut out some shapes and glued it onto my plate and made my pattern that way. So there's different ways you can do this. Okay, and this is some of my scrap paper in my bag here. I keep some of my scrap that I could cut out, and I just colored it purple. And I could glue like a little fringe around the edge with that, or I could cut it into little shapes and glue them down. So it's just possibilities, okay? Now I'm going to show you how to attach with string for the older kids. Okay, on the back, you see how it was attached. So now I'm going to show you using the other plate. I haven't punched any holes in it yet, but I'm going to go ahead and cut like a nice size string or yarn. I'm going to put my holes at the bottom. And using my yarn, I'm going to go through the back. And I'm going to form a loop that will make it come out the front side where all the pretty coloring is. Okay, so I turn it over, and now let's pretend like I had colored that white piece. Now I can attach it. And if you need help tying this, please ask someone to help you. Okay. Like I said, you don't have to attach anything like this at the bottom, but I kind of like the effect. It makes it a much larger piece. Um, and like I said, you can experiment, you can glue things on there, you can color it different ways. And there's that one. Okay. So I'm actually going to show you one of mine here. Let's see here. There we go. There's the piece right there. Okay. And all I have to do is open it at the top and put it on. Okay. So they're pretty easy to make. But again, if you don't have those materials, you can always draw a picture of the princess or the prince wearing the costume, wearing the outfit with a necklace on, okay? So just be creative. All right, let's see here. All right, let me share my screen again and get down here so we can wrap this up. Okay, so you're going to create an African necklace from a paper plate using color, shape, and pattern. Online learners must take a picture and post to Seesaw or Class Dojo or email it to me at eturner@ecps.us. And if you make one and you want to take a picture of yourself wearing it, that's fine too. I would love to see your faces with your artwork. And I can't wait to see all of it. Let's see. There. So I can't wait to see your artwork. I miss you all, and I love seeing you come when I'm face to face. And I love seeing the virtual learners there too, because I love seeing your face on the screen and I love seeing your artwork. I hope you have a great week, and that is it for now. I'll see you later. Bye bye.